again, we talked about this ever since yesterday, right? During the breaks, will they have enough time to fix their problems? And the thing is, from the side of GX, I'm even doubting that they have the ability to actually win even the laning phase. And if you start losing the laning phase, it's gonna be rough. Having Clint, that is good, but we've seen this matchup, Clint and Brody. It can go to a 50-50, easily 73, but it can be done from both sides.
And now, again, GX wants to stay on that SS here. It's funny, it's really interesting seeing this, right? Because the SS has just been such a dominant pick. Right now, it doesn't look like it.
Yes, it's very reactive. This is them saying, okay, we want some firepower, but we'll hold back a bit. We want the insurance policy, we want to at least have some room to play around with it. But again, it's one step forward, two step back, I believe. You're trying to do what you did in game one, but just the same, you lost game one, so I don't know what the thought process here, honestly.
Yeah, this game has been crazy, honestly. If I get 100 diamonds every time I hear Miracle, I'd be getting that Roger figurine.
Yeah,
I just straight up buy levels?
Yeah, I just straight up buy levels just because of every time Miracle looks at the I was like...
That has been a story for this matchup, at least so far, right, man? But okay, let's see. Cade coming in with their final ban of the draft. It is going to be the Roger, taken away from GX. Let's see what happens here. GX squad, do they want to go for an engage? For a marksman again, Nathan is opened up. He's to the shin.
Trying to make sense of all these patterns. It looks like GX1, they want to have a little bit of safety in that Estes. They want that net that the healing provides. Number two, they still ban out the Jawhead just the way that they did in game number one. And now they respect Mike's Kufra. So what does it say? They don't want Cade to be super aggressive. They don't want these easy entries. They don't want the dangerous moves that could come out. But Sicilian making his debut. Luis smiling just as much as you guys went for that synchronized ooh.
We've been talking about making it simple. How simple can it be? Just like, alright, just get your stacks and then let's go to the late game.
The composition right now, literally, it's the opposite of game one. Yes, right? GX went for an early game comp in game number one. Let's try the late game here. Literally, with every single member and the SS, you're just playing for a front smash.
0 to 100, 0 to 100. That's how it's supposed to be.
Far from simple. It's like a scientist saying, it's rocket science. Don't you get it? Don't you get it?
It's simple, man. It's just mental stuff, and then it goes to space.
Want some physics? Don't you get it? That's honestly it, but okay, all right. It's kids turn to pick up their own bit of the spice. They pick up the Kaja, and they also pick up the Kai.
Again, seeing in competition when the other side gets the hero you used originally, and they win with it. Oh, it's gonna be rough.
Shut up, Lapel. It's time for GX to pick up their final hero here. Will it be an early game hero that can dominate here? Maybe even take a winning lane, a winning matchup, because right now they have... Okay, maybe the Clint can still win in the Brody lane, but everything else in the mid lane, in that gold, in that XP lane, and in the jungle, it is going to be really hard.
Really hard is an understatement.
Yeah.
Just the way that GX are playing, especially with that Sicilian. I don't know if this is a roaming type catch. It looks like it is. He's happy to catch almost everyone. Even Esmeralda.
In this kind of situation, it's not only really hard, but it's also really difficult.
It's both.
It's both. It's hard, difficult.
Both at the same time.
Tough times.
Difficult.
That was in game number one, Alucard.
Yes.
Yeah, well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, the drafts have been set once again here for Cade and GX Squad as we, we're going in onto the tunnels, back and forth here. But finally, there you go.
We're okay,
back into the tunnels, we're okay. The train is safe right now as we are going to get into the portal in the game. What are your thoughts on the draft? I just really want to ask you guys.
Well, talking about rocket science, so in terms of what GX can do if they can slow down the game, there's always that opportunity, there's always that chance. Because Sicilian, again, does do a lot of damage, and the SS can keep him alive. That'd be great. Fling from the backside, as long as he can survive, that'd be great. Because Kaja, the one bad thing why people have not picked up this Kaja for a long time is It sounds simple, just get close, use the divine judgment, but actually it's very difficult.
Yeah, but this is what you want to do, man. We're gonna get into the land of Dawn. Cade instantly doing what GX Squad weren't able to do, already pushing, pressuring in the early stages.
Yato up against Prime here, the Sicilian versus the Lilia. Literally could not be any more different types of heroes. Lilia just needs that 1 or 2 items and she's ready to go. Yato, he's gonna be farming. Yes, we do not know the ceiling of this hero, at least in this matchup, but what's the timer exactly for GX Squad here, Lafel? How long do they have to wait until they're ready to take fights when they're comfortable? I'm guessing no earlier than 12, 13 minutes.
If it goes even, 16. Because again, the amount of stacks that you need is a lot because they have quite a beefy frontline here with the Khalid as well as the Pito. So it's gonna look good past 12, but if you really want to make sure, 16.
Yeah, not even to mention the Pakito, right? This is why they're so gung-ho about going in straight to the jungle. Minute 1 minute 20 something seconds in, they're already trying to invade.
Yeah, the thing is that Invade was, they didn't have the Retribution ready. GX Squad actually, Dante was able to pick that up without a Retribution. Wasn't the right timing for a Retribution, and the early game that Cade has set up for has just gone to bits. Dante is the one with the lead now, 1 level ahead of King, and they'll have the setup for the first turtle.
Hey, maybe they just want to play the mind games. They're just like, hey, we are not afraid to go into your jungle, so make sure you clear all of those. If not, it might go to us.
All I'm seeing is it's messy on both sides. It's messy on both ends, and if it continues this way for, the next 5 minutes, that's just good for GX because they're buying time. They're slowly scaling up. So the first turtle, clear priority over to GX, but they're coming in. Wow, Raging Sandstorm.
Yeah, Raging Sandstorm going in, then the cash disengage in the fight, but they're going to be bursted down. Yato comes in without any pressure. That top side was pushed in before that. Cade got the setup, but GX forced in their turtle.
Yeah, and for me, that was too close in my opinion. Like, Yato should be positioned way further than that because again, as a mage, you have a range advantage as a Sicilian. As a Sicilian, a lot of mages again, in fact, does have a long range Mirko.
Yeah, absolutely, but look at that, Alamuni actually going in. Luis, very low flickers in, and he gets the kill. There you go, that's what you want to see from the Middle East representatives, finally on the board.
But I do have to say, Moody going in from the roam position, now going into the goal, he is actually looking very, very aggressive. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice my life. I'm just gonna get this. I'm just gonna get this kill.
I'm gonna do what?
Get this kill.
Get this kill. Oh, look at who's gonna get the kill as well. Dante is gonna get invaded on it. Yato is here, but again, no damage as of yet, and it's all pay for King to come in. The execute wasn't able to shut him down, but it is all the resources used just to get him out of that one, man. Flicker as well. On the bottom side, though, Amuni, he's in a 2v1. He actually forcing it. No, it's gonna be Mikey playing in that mission.
Close call for Mikey. He literally had half HP, 0.5 HP, and just like that, Cade taking advantage of the scramble, and Hiss just walks right into that bush where King was waiting.
Yeah, King. Yeah. Brutal, honestly. He dove to turn in the mid lane and he went to that bottom side.
Hey, our observers know what's up. It's like, we can't show this.
Yeah.
A lot of people are watching but they can't see that.
This looks illegal. King already going in again onto the enemy jungle, and look at that, the deadly catch does nothing. Dante gets slain in his own jungle. The octopus has just been made sushi, but Taru, double kill.
That's another 100 diamonds for me, Leo.
Boom, bang, bada beam.
Yeah, so talking about the road to recovery here, because we mentioned 13 to 16 minutes, maybe that's the window, best case scenario. He already uses his flicker out. Luis, he has tournament memory, and torn is apart. In comes Yato. It's a little bit of refuge that they get a kill on Mike, but also Luis caught out, so it's a messy scramble. I don't know if Jade's just getting carried away with how far they can take this, how much they can push into GX Squad, but if this happens maybe 2 more times, then GX is back in the game.
It's limit testing, Leo. This is limit testing. They want to see how far they can really push this kind of advantage. Because again, from the side of GX Squad, they need the skill, so you really just push things out, just force it in, and maybe GX Squad. And again, we've seen they have made mistakes. Shadow went a little bit too in front.
Yeah, look at that. City Prime using that black shoes from that deadly catch. Dante, he is 2 levels below of King, and they're looking to collapse right now. They're already grouping up in the 5th minute of the game. Moody tries to do some damage. Mikey will still be able to get out, but look at King. He's going to be able to burst Yato down without a crack, and Moody is next on a chopping block, man. He goes under the turret, but Louise follows, and the Brazilian heartbreak. So this is not what you want from GX Squad. And if you're Cade, you do not want to feed that Sicilian.
Yeah, Sicilian again, but still, it's still early in the game. It's 6 minutes in. 22,000 gold compared to 17,000, 5,000. Once Cade reaches 10,000, then they can really even be a bit more disrespectful. But they kind of have to push it fast as well, because it will be very, very annoying later on in the game trying to push against the GX Squad when they can clear the lane a little bit faster, because again, they got Dante on speed. You have to be cleared significantly okay as well with bad impact. So yeah, they can close it up, but it's going to be very annoying if they wait too long.
I'd rather arrogant. Instead of disrespectful, I'd rather Cade play arrogant and just really force the issue. Again, countless times, his had walked into a bush where the King was just waiting. So just continue that. Keep that up, because there's got to be some level of side war happening. And even Takash is just coming in almost unpunished. The very little CC that they have is able to just pin him down, did not get the quick sand guard up. Let's look at the items exactly. What is Cade building up to?
Okay, right now looking at the itemization from the side of Takashi, he already asked the Blade of Hepatitis. Maybe that's why he was very aggressively engaged, but once he has that Blade of Despair, then it's going to be big trouble for GX Squad.
Yeah, Takashi, you mentioned it earlier, man. Disrespect, and that is exactly what he did. He dove onto that inhibitor turret, actually, right? And he forced 3 members to go down, instantly just shut down. And remember, sure, the game isn't going well for GX Squad right now, but as long as Yato keeps on getting these kills slowly but surely, honestly, they still have a chance to come back from this game, but it's not looking good for them, because Falling Star Moon used up to try to zone the members, but they keep going for the top strike, unable to get into that. And look, it's Yato dealing damage. I told you, man, that was only the cage and 1 bad impact landing onto King.
Yeah, look at this game. Yato is doing very, very well. Right now, he's going to the 8-minute mark. When it comes to 12, he can do a lot of damage, and at that point, they have to be very, very careful, because King of here 5, 0, and 5, I feel like they need a Lord kind of situation, because they need some kind of distraction and they need to beat out Yato first.
Yep, exactly. The pacing and the tempo of Cade is off the charts. The way they're playing, it should have been luminous at this point. This kind of advantage, this kind of lead that they have, mentally that's where they are. So I guess that's what explains all of the overcommitment that Takash has committed, and so far, even Luis, we caught out Luis. We saw him cross through the mid lane earlier. He forgot, oops, we haven't pushed just yet. So that means, right now, as the Lord comes up in about 5 seconds, we're gonna get back into pace for Cade. They are going to threaten the finish, and GX Squad, they're just...
Yeah, Lord by TikTok was going to get up and instantly just take it over to Cade. There's nothing much GX Squad can do to respond to this play. They don't have any waves pushed up. It is still a complete set of turrets, by the way, for the Brazilians. Cade literally not dropping a single turret right now. Not even a turtle.
Yeah.
Nothing on the board for GX Squad.
Right now, Cade, they have a 10,000 gold lead. Now, we've seen a lot of comebacks, but coming back from 10,000 is very difficult. Right now, in terms of itemization, Cade has at least 1 item advantage against GX Squad
per roll.
Per roll. That is more dangerous.
Well, let's see what happens. Again, it is going to be the Lord marching down the top side. There's nothing GX Squad can do outside of that inhibitor turret, and it looks like it is going to be inevitable, man. For Cade, they are just so ferocious right now, and technically they do. Oh, wait a minute, that is a lot of damage on the Yasuo. They gotta be careful still, though, because one mistake can actually turn the game around. We've seen it from a lot of games here. Comebackable is a word. Yesterday we saw it from Todak.
Hold on, I'm actually looking at Mikey. He has this flicker. When is he gonna use it?
Oh, alright, there you go. It's gonna be VK going in for the inhibitor target in the mid lane. Yasuo's gonna target slowly gonna flicker away, and that's gonna be a lot of damage placed on Mikey right now. And Amuni, he flickered forward, and just like that, like I said, man, you got to respect the damage. Now King going in, taking another kill. Forced to back away, but Takashi, once again, he goes under the turret, still is able to heal up, but maybe a little bit too long as Yasuo has respawned, has come back with full HP. I mean, King keeps on going in. Almost taking out all the members of the backside. Picks up, and that is going to be Cade jumping, diving all the way under, even in the fountain. GX Squad, they're going to try to defend. Yasuo gets taken low, gets taken down. His is the only member left. He's trying to clear out the waves, but will it be possible? It seems like it will for now. Amuni gets up and saves the game.
King over there, looking why he deserves the crown, going very, very aggressive. And Mikey, unfortunately, could not get the catch. Because again, this is why Kaja has not been picked up for so long, because it's prone to mistakes. You flicker in, you feel like, this is close enough. No, it's not. You gotta be almost directly on top of the person to really connect your divine judgment. Look at that, Mikey once again.
He gets in and there's no response for the side of GX. At least this time, they're going to last 12 minutes in the game. Cade, they want to keep on going in, and the base is left open. It is time for Cade to go in for that last. Takashi goes in, but look at the damage. Oh my god, what was that? But he gets thrown out to the backside. Now the minion waves has been taken away, but Cade has sealed the deal 2-0.
GX Squad has to face the music, and boy oh boy is it loud, playing samba to the tune of the Brazilian Cade. Congratulations, we have a victor, but just the same, GG well played. Another elimination here at M3.
Yeah, we gotta say congratulations over to the side of GX Squad, making it this far. But again, this is a competition where we're looking for the best. Everyone is looking forward to the $800,000 prize pool. And unfortunately, GX Squad, they're no longer in the conversation.
No longer in the conversation. Knocked out, second team to be knocked out of M3. It is going to be GX Squad from the MENA region, and is going to go to the next stage.